want leaders. They want someone with a vision. And you'll find somebody to back you with the clarity, not cockiness, but confidence, you know? And it's a clarity of this is the way we're going to do it. And I literally said, we're going to shelve this script. If I don't get what I want, I'll write something else. We're going to shelve. That was 6 Sense. And, you know, that kind of commitment to it, you know, that there's no wiggle room here. You can't, nobody hears it in your voice. There's nothing there. There's no like, well, if you pay me enough, maybe I'll, you know, I can leave my family for a little bit. And so in that same way, you know, when I was offered the first Harry Potter, you know, we had a conversation about whether we should go to London, you know, or not, you know, because it's going to be, it's a British book, and we talked about it, and, you know, there's a lot of decisions you make for or against it, and, you know, for me, ironically, as always, whenever you have a real clean point of view in life, whenever your voice is very strong, you become incredibly powerful. It doesn't matter what field you're in, that becomes incredibly powerful if they hear your voice and you go, this is who I am, I'm Philly, I got family, we're gonna do it this way, okay? And whatever we can achieve that way, that's the way we're gonna do it. And then it suddenly starts bursting. Your writing has a different flavor from everything that they're reading because you're not from that pool. You don't hang out with them at lunch. We don't talk about this actress or this thing or what they're looking for. I don't know, you know, and I don't care. You know, I wanted to make a comic book movie before they were ready to make comic book movies. You know, and so maybe it missed, and I believe that Unbreakable today, the tone of it would go through the roof, you know, like with Inception and the way that, you know, with Dark Knight, it's so, you know, everything is leaning edgy and dark now, and I believe this tone is actually better now than it was when it opened for the heat in the sweet spot. So you let it go, you know, and you make your choices, and it's been a great ride because everything has felt so pure. Like I literally, like I look at my shelf with the movies and they feel like so me, so personal, you know. I don't think anybody understands it. It's not a job. My kids I always say I don't have a job, you know. I guess the only thing they pay me for is to sell the movies, like do the talk shows and all that stuff. But I'm making movies. That's definitely not a job. So I would, you know, be, you know, the more specific, like I was talking, I know I'm going to go on just a tad longer, right? This subject's obviously very important to me. I was, you know, I taught once at this in an inner city school here, and in a writing class, and I was saying to them, you know, I said, I'm the highest paid writer in the world, word for word. And I go, how did that happen? And the kids were all like, I did that to grab their attention. So then they're all awake and they're all looking at me, and they were like, they raised their hand in luck, and I said, yes, for sure, keep going, and they were like, they came up with different answers, and I said, you know, the answer is, I said, I wasn't even the best in writing in my writing class in high school. How did this happen? I know no one in the family is in business, right? No one, I live 3,000 miles away from everything. I'm definitely not the smartest, I'm not the best writer, so how did this happen? And I go, I thought about it, and I said, I think I have a reason, and I said, I'm just more me than they are them. That's just the bottom line. You know, I'm willing to show you every negative and positive, completely open about how I'm feeling. He feels depressed because I was feeling depressed. When he wakes up in the morning, he feels sadness. That's me. You know, that's what I was feeling. In Signs, they're telling the stories of my kids being born. You know, it's just me. This is how I am. I cry at Extreme Home Makeover. That's me. You know, I know the critics are going to rail me for that side of me. That's me. I'm also really edgy. I'm also in a basketball court. You don't want to mess with me. You know, I'm that guy too. You know, all those sides. And so I put that guy on paper without any editing every single time, and it pops. It pops right through. And I said to those kids, I said, you have an advantage. Don't try to write like me. I'll beat you. Don't try to write like, oh, an action movie. I said, you know something. And those kids in particular, I was like, you just heard the principal. I couldn't hear what he was saying on that speaker because your speaker's messed up. That's something you know, you feel specifically that you can beat me with. I can't beat you, you know? And so the more specific you can be with your, whatever, the things you're living with your wife and your daughter and all, it's exactly your weapon. So don't run from it. That is your weapon.
On the high sign, I think we would love to